Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so, as you guys know, I've been gone for about a minute. I explained in my last video titled I'm Alive, so you can go ahead and go watch that. And so, yeah. Okay, so, as you can see from the title of this video, this is called a huge book haul. Because I just moved back to Minnesota. And, I had to put all my books in storage, so couldn't bring them with me. But my brother was going through all of his books, and he's getting rid of, a lot of them. So, hence why I have a clusterfuck of new books. Some books you guys will recognize from the books I've already bought. And a lot of these are new. So let's get started, shall we? Yeah, I brought this cup with me. I wasn't going to leave this behind. It's pretty standard to know on this channel by now. Alright, these are... We are going to start with... What series this is? I'm not sure what the series is called. But they are by Rick Riordan. And the Heroes of Olympus series, which is, I've got The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus. Yeah, these are all brand new books that my brother has never even read out of, but he's getting rid of them because he just doesn't see himself reading them. So I'll be putting all these books on the floor because, literally, I've got books on both sides here, so I need the space. I have more books by Rick Riordan, so we're gonna go with that. All right, these are the first two books in his, I don't know, whatever. What series is this? Whatever. Anyway, it's Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, The Sword of Summer. This is book 1. This is book 2, and I only have the first 2 books. I believe there's 3 books out. This one is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Olympus, The Hammer of Thor. Also, these are, like I said, these are also by Rick Riordan. And all these books are all in hardback too, so. Alright, these are the last 2 books, I believe. I have more books by Rick Riordan, but they'll be in my next book haul, which I'll be doing probably next week. This one is The Trials of Apollo, which is book 1, The Hidden Oracle. And this one is The Trials of Apollo, book 2, The Dark Prophecy. Next is The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. My brother had this spare copy and gave it to me, which I'm much excited because my whole book, my beautiful book box set is all in, it was in storage, but my sister has it now, so I have to wait until I can send her the money so that she can send them to me. But if I want to start with the first book, I now have it. I also have a copy of, yes, it's in the stack here. I was looking for this book a few minutes ago, but couldn't find it, so. Which is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. which is book 2, unfortunately. I wish it was book 1, but yes, these are the, my brother is giving this away because of that. There's this gap in between it, and he just doesn't like it. He's really picky when it comes to books, especially if they're, like, damaged. Me, not so much. Alright, next is... Alright, this is book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, or Moss, whatever. And here's the second book, which is Crown of Midnight. And then there's Heir of Fire, book 3. Book 4, Queen of Shadows. And the 5th book, which is Empire of Storms, which is probably my favorite cover of the series. It just looks amazing. Alright, these are 2 self-published books. This is Destiny by Laura DeLuca. It's a witch book series. And here's the second book called Destiny Unveiled. The next is a book called The Lovely and the Lost by Paige Morgan, which is book 2. It is the sequel to a book called The Beautiful and the Cursed. So yeah, I definitely will have to get the first book. And here is a book called Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevers. I think, I'm not sure. And yeah, my brother was going to get rid of this. I decided to keep it because the story does sound interesting, and also this is in hardback. You can't even get this book in hardback anymore. You can't get it anywhere, and this is in like practically perfect condition. Like the rest of the series, you can get in hardback, but the first book you can't. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna snatch that up now. Next book is Shatter Me by Tatera Mafi. Next book is The Hollow by Jessica Lervday. Okay, this next book is The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa, which I already own this book in hardback, but now I own it in paperback. And it also has the deckled edges on this, which is just gorgeous. Alright. Now, these next 8 books are a series I've been wanting for so long, which is The House of Night. I've got Marked, Betrayed, Chosen. These are all in paperback, by the way. Untamed. Then I've got Hunted, Tempted, Burned, and Awakened. So I have the first 8 books. There's 12 books in the series, I believe. This is just another series that my brother wants. My brother has chosen to basically stop reading YA. And I will give you guys a quick look of all of them. All 8 books. Ooh, a side note. My brother went to the Dollar Tree and found these two books. Which the first book is The Queen of Zombie Hearts by Gina Showalter, which is the third book of this series. Yeah, book 3 of the White Rabbit Chronicles. And then I'm not sure which book number this is. That's gonna bother me. This is called In Vision by Sheridan Kenya, which is a book in the Chronicles of Nick series. I don't remember which one this is. I know I have the first book. It's with the rest of my books that I have in storage, or with my sister. They were in storage, but now they're not. Next book, which is a book I already have, but, you know, now I have it again. But my brother was getting rid of it, and I wanted to snag it because it's in pretty good condition, which is Vampire Kisses, The Beginning, which... This book has 3 books in it. The first book is called Vampire Kisses, the second book is called Kissing Coffins, and the third one is called Vampireville. This is probably one of my favorite vampire series. It's very, kids-like. I believe I've done reviews on this channel about them. I don't know. But the books are usually really short. Like, this is the first 3 books, and it actually looks like... This is, in fact... Let's find out. ...562 pages, which for me would be a decent-sized book. So, knowing this is 3 books in one... Yeah, they're very short. I think each book is only like... Yeah, the first book is like 206 pages. So, yeah, the books aren't very long. Like during one of my vacations up here, when I was in high school, I brought this entire series of like 9 books and read the entire series in like a week. So they are very fast reads. If you're a fast reader like I am, yeah, it won't take you long to blow through the series. The next 2 are 2 very interesting books. This is Vampire Academy, the graphic novel. I did not see. I wasn't even aware of this because I've never read this series. I own the first book. It's with the rest of my books with my sister, but I've never read the series. And I have the sequel to it. Is Frostbite, also in graphic novel. So I'm very excited about these. I eventually intend on getting all of them. Let's hope they actually do them. The next, I have a section of Amelia Eduardo Rhodes books. Before I continue, I'm going to actually, before I do my Amelia Eduardo Rhodes books, since I just recently did this one, which is by Ellen Schreiber, I have her werewolf trilogy, which is Once in a Full Moon, Magic of the Moonlight, and Full Moon Kisses. I find it kind of, I feel it's kind of like a little ironic for me because, you know, she did an entire series about vampires. And then she did a series on werewolves. Of course, her Vampire Kisses series turned out to be 9 books long, but her werewolf series, sadly, was only a trilogy. I've actually never read this series, so it'll be interesting. Also, this author has not published anything since she published this book, which was published in 2013, so she hasn't really published a book in 5 years. Which, a little sad, but, because she's a really great writer, and I can't wait to read this series, but I have, like, eons worth of other books I'm reading right now. Alright, first up are kind of like a, bind-ups, which is The Den of Shadows Courtlet by Amelia Edward Rhodes. Inside, there are 4 books. In the Force of the Night, Demon in My View, Shattered Mirror, and Midnight Predator. I've actually never read Midnight Predator. I've read the first 3 books so many times. I have all 3 of those books on my Kindle. I also have All Just Glass, which is a direct sequel of Shattered Mirror. And I would love to go through all these and like read the descriptions, but I just don't have the time. I will be doing a review over this series, so you'll be able to hear all of that. You'll get all of that. But yeah, my nose is itching. Sorry guys. The next is The Shapeshifters by Amelia Edward Rhodes bind up, which is I cannot pronounce that word, of The Den of Shadows, and these are it's about shapeshifters. It includes 5 novels: Hawk Song, Snake Charm, Falcon Dance, Wolf Cry, and Wither Veil. I just totally said that wrong, but yeah, 5 books, which is 968 pages. Oh, in case you guys didn't know, I intend to buy all of these books individually. I mean, I like having like a bind up like this, but I do intend to buy them individually. So yeah. Next up is the first 2 books of this series. The first book is called Blood Witch, and the second book is called Bloodkin. And as far as I know, there's a 3rd book, but I do not remember the name of it. Let's see if it says it in here. I don't think it does. I don't want to just be... Yeah, sadly it just doesn't have it in here. But I love Amelia Edward Rhodes. Her writing is just amazing. I find it amazing that she wrote In the Force of the Night, the first book of The Den of Shadows. Wrote it and published it when she was only 13 years old. Yeah, I thought that was just amazing. And now, guys, we are at the very end of it. I'm kind of surprised it's like 18 minutes long. I thought it was going to be far longer. But, yeah. I have so many of these books and really nowhere to put them right now. But, yeah. So, yes. It feels good to have more books again. I've been doing a lot of reading. I recently got into a book series. You know what? I'm not going to tell you about that because I will be telling you guys about that in probably a later video because I'm going to be doing a review over them, so I'll wait to talk about those until then. So, alrighty. Everybody, I will see you guys in my next video. So enjoy this video, everybody. And I should have a video up next week, which will be probably like a part 2, because I've shown you all these books, but I still have a bunch more that I want to show you guys. Probably even some movies that I've gotten recently too. So I will show you guys all that later. Alright guys, see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.